Okay, this video is a shorter version of previous video, which I am going to delete or to take out from public view. So this is about accumulation of senescent cells as one hallmark of aging. Okay, so what we have, let's talk about humans' longevity and aging. Aging is a complex process influenced by many factors, including genetics, lifestyle, and environment. And the accumulation of senescent cells is a significant factor in aging. Cellular senescence is the process by which cells cease to divide and either go dormant or die. When an increasing number of cells become senescent, tissues and organs become chronically inflamed and lose their function. Accumulating levels of senescent cells cause chronic inflammation and increase the risk of many age-related diseases, including osteoarthritis, neurodegeneration, and atherosclerosis. The structure of mammalian skin is such that beneath the outer layer of epidermal cells is a permeable layer of blood capillaries and supporting frame of collagen and elastin fibers known as an extracellular matrix. The extracellular matrix makes up to 80% of total tissue volume, while living cells make up only 20%. This layer of extracellular matrix allows immune cells, phagocytes especially, and stem cells to migrate. Many mammals have evolved the ability to quickly heal wounds. This is made possible in part by high elasticity of capillary walls. Capillaries contract after an injury, reducing blood flow from the body. So you see here the picture of how our skin can be schematically represented, and we see this layer of epidermis, and below there is this extracellular matrix, which is with hyaluronic acid and with blood capillaries, and there are fibers of elastin, which is elastic fibers, and collagen, and they are just supporting the structure, any organs of our body. Then wound is closed with a blood clot. Mast cells begin to produce histamine in response to mechanical damage to the skin, igniting local inflammation. Histamine is in the inflammation activate fibroblasts, which are special skin cells. They start producing collagen fibers to help close the wound. Phagocytes remove debris and dead cells, while stem cells replace epidermal dead and damaged cells. When the fibroblasts collagen fibers close the wound, the extracellular matrix stiffness increases in the inflamed area of the tissue. When collagen production stops in response to the local increase in extracellular matrix stiffness, some healthy fibroblasts go into dormant mode and then into a special mode of senescent cells, also known as hyperactive zombie cells. So here we see how mast cells located here. You see, and these mast cells they react to injury of the skin. They produce histamine, and these signal molecules they ignite inflammation, local inflammation. Here at this slide we see stages of wound healing. This is first the blood clot appears. It is closing the wound, and eventually fibroblasts get activated, and the fibroblasts produce collagen, and the wound is getting closed, and eventually inflammation disappears because the immune cells are coming and then make nutrients from dead cells, from debris, and also from zombie cells, and these nutrients are used by stem cells to produce new cells, which are replacing the damaged cells and stem cells. And zombie cells. Zombie cells are larger than normal cells with larger nucleus and fat-filled vacuoles. Their role is to produce and release signal molecules called SASP, that is senescent associated secretory phenotype. SASP molecules attract immune cells and further dilate blood capillaries. More dormant fibroblasts are transformed into zombie cells when these SASP molecules are present in high concentrations. The concentration of SASP molecules and the number of zombie cells increase locally. Otherwise, fibroblasts will produce too much collagen, resulting in large scars at the site of the wound. So here we see schematically how the zombie cells are different from normal cell. It is changing shape. It is the nucleus is getting larger. Number of mitochondria also increases, and these cells are hyperactive. They are hyperactive in production of these signal molecules, which are senescent secretomes, senescent associated secretive phenotype. Here, the schematical picture of the zombie cell. We have this lipid droplets, because mitochondria cannot use fat as source of energy in zombie cells. They use glucose, and glucose is also used to produce energy by anaerobic glucolysis in cytoplasm. Okay, here again schematically how the normal cells gets converted to senescent cell, and then it is actually quite sometimes positive. It is suppressing the tumor development, for example, but also they, in large numbers, they create conditions for the cancer development and for aging, and also especially dangerous pulmonary fibrosis or fibrosis at any organs, so including heart, liver, and kidneys. Here again schematically it was shown that in younger age we have senescent cells because we need them in limited amount, but when we are aging, number of the senescent cells is growing, and we are getting more and more this senescence associated secretive phenotype. So we have this signal molecules which are actually toxic because they produce chronic inflammation in all body and tissues, getting fibrotic. They are getting losing elasticity. They are losing function. They stop functioning, and eventually people die. But it is possible to reduce number of senescent cells in principle. So there is a way how to get little bit feel better. Phagocytes, primary macrophages, then migrate into inflamed tissue and convert dead cells and excess collagen to nutrients for stem cells, amino acids and fatty acids. Furthermore, macrophages eliminate zombie cells. As a result, the total number of zombie cells and secretive associated secretive and senescent associated secretive phenotype molecules concentration decrease, as does local skin inflammation, and the wound healing process is complete. It is possible to reduce chronic inflammation, to stop production of these signal molecules, and technically it is possible, or even eliminate some zombie cells. Yes, it is possible, and in a number of studies have been conducted to discover such medications and procedures to reduce the number of zombie cells. These medications and procedures, these medications are known as senolytics, and other medications are known as senostatics or xenomorphs. It is to reduce zombie cells activity in the synthesis of these signal molecules. Many medications have been already proposed that have potentially to act as senolytics and senostatics. Because some of these compounds are natural, like physitin, their uses cannot be protected by patents, and thus their sales are insufficient to cover the cost of the clinical trials. However, animal studies show that when senolytics are consumed intermittently, adult mice life expectancy increases only by 6 to 36%. Yes, so it is again. The senolytics, they reduce number of the zombie cells, and they reduce the concentration of the signal molecules because fewer zombie cells produce them. But yet they don't turn back, they don't rejuvenate skin, the extracellular matrix stay stiff, and eventually again new healthy cells getting converted to the zombie state. So it is all temporary. Senescent cells accumulate in many tissues of mice and humans as they age. It is worth noting that senescent cells aren't involved in the production of the signal molecules in naked mole rats. Naked mole rats are very special. So naked mole rats survive in their underground tunnels under conditions of intermittent hypoxia or lack of oxygen. In the presence of intermittent hypoxia, mitochondria produce more reactive oxygen species, and because these rats have a low intercellular antioxidant defense, the senescent cells that are vulnerable to the reactive oxygen species are eliminated. They go to apoptosis. So it is, again, intermittent hypoxia in principle can reduce number of the hyperactive cancer and senescent cells. So as a result, researchers discovered that there are only a few senescent cells in the skin of these naked mole rats during aging or after ultraviolet exposure, indicating senescent cells elimination in conditions of intermittent hypoxia. This can be a method to reduce number of senescent cells, yet it is research necessary. Intermittent hypoxia has been investigated as a potential therapeutic approach in a number of medical conditions, including cancer, but its efficacy, and safety as medical treatment remains unknown. While intermittent hypoxia can cause oxidative stress and apoptosis, that is programmed cell death in cancer and zombie cells, it can also cause inflammation and damage to the DNA and other cellular components in normal cells and tissues. So it's again, it has to be used very carefully. But furthermore, the optimal duration, frequency, and intensity of the intermittent hypoxia required for a therapeutic effect in cancer or other conditions is unknown. So this is a big area of research, very promising, I believe, but yet again, a lot of has to be done. So again, this is educational video. It may contain pictures, copyrighted materials, but as I provide links to the images in the PDF file of the presentation and the link to the presentation in the video description. I am not violating the copyright regulations. And in this video, please remind that I express my personal opinion, and it cannot be used as medical advice. A visitor of my channel is advised to discuss the content of this video with his or her personal physician and only act upon the advice of these professional medical experts, which I don't do it because I'm doctor of science myself, and I actually never ask physicians about health because I never sick. I manage to stay healthy. Okay, thank you for your time to watch the video. Please comment, subscribe, like, ask questions, and share information. Have a wonderful day. Ciao, ciao.